Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid. Click that like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, that $40-ish, $100 range. Most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rag stores. The one I got for you today is by no means a new release whatsoever. This thing has been around since 1996. So, it is a veteran. It's been here on the shelf of the rack stores for a while. You see it there all the time. So I want to talk about, if you don't already know what it smells like, the scent profile and the relativity or the relevance of a fragrance like Versace the Dreamer. You see it at the rack stores on a regular basis. This 50 milliliter bottle. This is actually smoked. I think in some of the pictures it comes across as more clear, but it's smoked. And there's no atomizer lid or anything like that. It just is what it is. It's this thing, which presses down, doesn't squirt a whole lot, little drops come out, but it squirts enough for you to be able to smell like Versace the Dreamer. I'm going to tell you if that's a good thing or not. So in the air, if you want to test this thing out, do it on skin, because in the air differs enough. It's just really the opening, but you want to experience the whole dimensions of the fragrance, so spray it on skin, and that way you will get more of the elements that are in the opening than in the air. Because in the air, you're getting a lot more florals and powdery and iris stuff, whereas on skin, at first you're going to get some more of the bitter stuff like the tarragon, the juniper, fresh spicy, citrus, a little bit of sharp qualities of the opening of this fragrance. You do get all the other stuff. You get the iris, like everything kind of comes together real neat in this fragrance. It just, after about 15 minutes, the sharper, more almost abrasive notes, if you will, in a good way, not a bad way. They're just sharper, harsher, bitter, sour kind of notes go away, and then you're left with more of your florals, your creamy, your iris, and there's also some nice tobacco in this thing. Tobacco leaf, it's like a moist kind of a tobacco, and a hint of sweetness. There's a little bit of sweetness. This thing could almost be like a unisex fragrance because of how heavy in the florals it is, but it's still quite masculine. There's the tobacco leaf, and I think the iris, the combination of those two things make this more of your 90s masculine style fragrance. It's really, to me, quite pleasing. To me, it's still relevant today. It's kind of, is it dated smelling? It is. I'm not going to say that it's not just because I like the way that it smells, but can it still be applied today and still get compliments and stuff like that? I'd say absolutely, because this isn't a fragrance that was like played out, so not like everybody and their grandfather was wearing this thing or anything like that. And I don't know why. It was pretty popular, I believe, but it's still good today. Longevity is decent as well. I get a nice 6.5 to 7 hours when I wear this, and if you guys know me, then that's a good performance. This is a cooler weather fragrance. I'd say it's better probably for the day. It's, in a way, it's kind of sexy in a way. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's a date night fragrance or anything like that. I'd say that this is kind of a sexy, casual business type of a fragrance. Like, say you're like at a business meeting or something, but it's like your lunch, like a lunch business meeting. This would go good for that kind of a thing. So it's not going to be well suited for anybody 25 and under. I don't think that they will appreciate it so much. This is definitely more mature, and like I said, it opens up with some of that bitterness with the tarragon and juniper and stuff like that. Tarragon's quite grassy, but then you're left with more the iris, the florals, the lavender, a hint of amber, that moist tobacco, real like moist, but it's not tobacco dominant. It's just evenly distributed amongst all those things. And for a 90s fragrance, usually these things have a lot more notes than that. I think on Fragrantica it says there's stuff like fur and things, and I could see that. I could easily see that. It doesn't say that there's, I know there's two of these. There's the original and then there's the Dreamer. This is just, I think, from what I was looking at, this is the Dreamer, at least on Fragrance Net. The notes matched up with this one quite well. I don't know how to tell the difference between the two. The box says the Dreamer. They, they look almost identical. So regardless, this is the one that you see at the rack stores all the time. And like I said, about 7 hours of performance, cooler weather fragrance, more powdery, mature, creamy, iris, real nice, real easy to wear. It's not super challenging, but it's not your common freshie. And if you're not afraid to smell a little bit more bold with more of that masculine kind of a fragrance, then go ahead and check this one out, because it's going to be in a box. You're not going to be able to just smell it. So if you want to roll the dice on one, overall I give it a 7 out of 10. For one thing, it smells good. It's at least a 6, maybe a 6.5 in scent profile. The extra performance bumps it up a little bit. So overall, I give it a 7 out of 10, which is a really good rating. Really good rating. I found this for a great price because the box was damaged and open and there was no price tag, and so you guys know how that goes. But typically, I think the 50 milliliters is about 25 bucks, so it's worth it at that price. It really is, because you're getting a pretty good quality juice for that kind of a price tag, and it's a Versace. And it was actually, I think Gianni's, I think it was Versace's last fragrance before he got assassinated by some random dude for no reason. But anyhow, that's my final thoughts on Versace the Dreamer. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always, and until next time.